Hey everybody, Brett from Love Bats and the Belfry back for another video. It's been a couple weeks since I did a video, and that's because our family basically went on vacation in what feels like we actually went somewhere for vacation in like the first time in what feels like forever. My dogs are constantly walking around when I'm doing videos, so that's a constant distraction. I don't know how well the mic picks up on that, but it just feels like the dogs' paws are just like throughout the whole house. Hi, I see you. Anyway, we went on vacation in Florida, and it was like kind of a last second thing. Kelly's brother, my brother-in-law, lives down in Navarre Beach in Florida, and like last second he was like, we'd love to see you guys, and like, you know, if you can swing it. And I mean, not to go into personal stuff, but like 2024 has been quite the odd year. Yeah, we went to Florida and had a lot of fun. It was quite hot. Florida obviously isn't really known for the cool weather, really. And like their cool weather is like 80 degrees, 75 to 80 degrees basically. It was very humid. You probably can't tell in the video, but I definitely did get a little bit of a tan. I got some color to me. We got into some cool stuff down there. We were mostly in Navarre Beach, but we were in other little places in Florida as well, like Destin. We landed in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, to go to Navarre Beach. But Navarre Beach, and we also went to Pensacola, Florida. We went to Pensacola one day just to check it out, just to see what was around there, and it's a pretty nice area, a lot of cool places. And yeah, I mean, we did the typical going to the beach. We went to the beach a few days. We hung out at the pool a couple times. But yeah, a whole lot of exploring around there. I would say a big highlight of the trip was we went to Gulf Breeze Zoo in Navarre Beach, and that was, yeah, I'm not really a zoo person, I'll be honest. Like, when I go to zoos, I'm pretty depressed because just seeing all these animals in captivity, like seeing that, it really depresses me. And you can definitely feel like the animals do feel pretty depressed, like when looking at them. Like, they just give off this vibe that they're like not happy. And, you know, a lot of animals are meant to be in the wild. And so going to zoos, like at least a lot of the zoos I've been to, I'm not super crazy about going, and like I don't really have the best time. It's like I just have that like existential crisis type thing happen to me, and yeah, I don't know, it depresses me a lot of the time. And I know a lot of people can feel that way about going to a zoo and such, but the Gulf Breeze Zoo in Florida really changed my mind on that, because I had a blast going there. And you know, you got to feed a lot of the animals. My wife fed like the giraffes a bunch of lettuce, and the giraffes were really cool.
There you go. Are they awesome?
Got to feed some goats. I love goats. Kelly was pretty funny. She was like feeding these tiny little goats, and there was this like one big like goat in there, and he was a total jerk. It's probably because everyone wants to feed the little animals, and this big guy is just like trying to like headbutt like these little animals out of the way. Like, you'll see a clip of it here.
Hey, you go and save some and come back.
Okay. Okay, I do not like you.
We got on this like little train ride and they took us through these different parts of the zoos where these other animals are, where you can't really get up close, or they need to be like in a body of water, like, you know, hippos and such. And there was a rhino we saw. There was a lot of these, yeah, tons of animals.
They are also known as power nappers, taking short 5-minute naps throughout the day.
Sounds like Riley.
And to our left is our Indian rhino Saman, also known as the one-horned rhino. Indian rhinos are the second largest species of rhino, weighing up to 4,800 pounds. They are the only species of up to 8 feet with ease. If they wanted to, they could easily jump over this train.
Oh my god, it looks like he's smiling.
Our pygmy hippos are to the left. Their names are Che and Quea. We are the second zoo in North America to have both the pygmy hippo and the Nile River hippos. Their vegetation.
That's a cootie.
They are reclusive animals that live in the dense forest of Western Africa. Che and Quea are mates. White rhinos are the largest species of rhinos in the world. They can weigh up to 5,000 pounds when fully mature. Despite their massive bulk, a rhino can charge at 30 miles per hour. Their horns are made of keratin, which is the same material that makes up our hair and fingernails. They are born without a horn and rely solely on their mother for protection. They also can drink over 20 gallons of water in a single day. River hippos. Their names are Cleopatra and Kavoka. We offer an encounter with them every day at 12, where you can feed and learn more about these amazing animals. Nile River hippos can hold their breath underwater for up to 5 minutes. Hippos don't really swim, they are 13 minutes. Camels don't store water in their humps. Instead, they are simply fatty deposits that help the camel go for long periods of time without eating.
We saw these peacocks that kept like screaming for help practically. And I recommend to anybody, like, even if you're not a zoo person, the Gulf Breeze Zoo, like, you could tell the staff really cared about the animals and make sure they're really well taken care of. They had an awesome gift shop, too. They had, like, tons of stuff in there. We ended up getting, like, this little alligator with a Santa hat on it that said Gulf Breeze Zoo, so we'll have that on our Christmas tree this year.
Your little beaks or mouths are so hard to get.
Oh my god! Whoa. Hi, buddy.
That's cute. Hi, it's on my shoulder. How you doing? Are you on my ear?
No.
You're on my shoulder. Hi.
Ow! Oh. Oh god, it's a
Another definite highlight of the trip, I would say, was when we saw the Blue Angels. Now, a lot of people may not know what the Blue Angels are, but they're basically this military, like these military crafts that are like so in sync with one another. They do these air shows, and down in Navarre Beach, like there's a lot of military type stuff. There's a lot of military vehicles, and at the airport there's like jets that just like fly in, and so. But the Blue Angels are like famously known to be flying through like Navarre Beach and Fort Walton Beach and stuff like that. But we were at the beach like one of the first days there, and like if you go online, you can see where they are at least, like, and where they're gonna be, like kind of in the area. So we were at the beach for so long, but we showed up at the beach at like noon. And we were thinking by like four-ish, like they were gonna fly through. We were still at the beach, and so it wasn't until like close to 6 o'clock we were just like they still didn't come. So we were just like, what the hell, man? And so we were just like, all right, well, that was a bust. So we pack up all our things, we get into our vehicle, and as we're driving out from the beach, Kelly's brother is just like, oh, there's the Blue Angels. And like you saw them from a distance, and the way they fly, they literally look like it's like four crafts just being controlled by one person. Like that's how in sync they are. And so we caught the Blue Angels flying across the beach as we were leaving, like while we were on the road. And so Kelly's brother's just like, see if you can get a video. So like I peered out of the window and like whipped my phone out and tried to like capture it, and I feel like I got a pretty good video. I don't know, but what do you think?
Ready?
That was definitely another highlight. Like, I wish we saw that on the beach, but the fact that like we even caught a glimpse of it as we were leaving was like, we figured that's how life goes. It's like you wait around all day for one little thing, and then you figure like, all right, it's just not happening, and then it happens as you're like basically gone. So, but we did capture it at least, and I got a cool video of it. So hopefully you all enjoy that. It was a pretty funny trip too, because I would just say we're pretty house poor, and we, especially buying plane tickets are really expensive, and like we tried to save as much money as we could, so we didn't pack a whole lot. And I would say like we were there for practically a week, and we wore like 4 different variations of the same outfit, I would say. We got to see Navarre Beach, a lot of cool things. I'm going to show you a lot of footage here, at least of what I captured. We went to this restaurant towards the end of the trip called McGuire's, and that was in Destin, Florida. And this place was really cool. It was like one of the biggest restaurants I'd probably ever seen in my life, and to me that restaurant was a literal maze to me. Like you pretty much like walked through like 5-6 different rooms, and I was like, well, I at least know where the bathroom was because I saw it on the way to our table. But as far as finding our way out of this restaurant, it might be a little bit of a maze, and it felt that way for sure. But they had a gift shop, and it was really funny. They had this, they like to screw with people because on their bathrooms, they like had this big sign with all this writing on it that basically was saying like, oh, this is the women's restroom, but turns out it was actually the men's. And then you did that with the men's restroom that was actually the women's restroom. So I'm sure people who our work there like either get such a kick out of it or got a kick out of it at first and now are just like, yeah, that's just the norm, that everyone gets like mixed up with the bathroom situation. But yeah, really good place. And this place served so much food. Like, it's funny that they just did not give you a heads up about it. Some places like give just big portions naturally, but it's like you just take leftovers home, you're like, oh, no big deal. But this place is like, you order one entree, it's like enough for 2 people. And because it's like, it was funny too, our waitress like came over, like, it was like maybe 10 minutes after we all got our entrees, and she literally like came over and was like, hey, we need some, and she literally like whipped out like 5 of those like carry out containers, like just like from her arm. And it's like, she knows, like, everyone leaves there with a ton of leftovers. Because it's like, we ordered just this like sampler appetizer for everyone to split, and it was like $20. Literally, you could have fed a family of like 6. Like, yeah, with just that. And it was like, that was enough food for everybody. And then, let alone, we all ordered entrees afterwards, and we're like, I ate 2 bites of my pasta. Okay, I need a box. But yeah, another cool thing about the place was there was money all over the walls. Like, it's this thing, this tradition that they have there where if you have like dollar bills or whatever, you can write whatever you want on the dollar bills, and they give you a literal staple gun, and they're like, all right, staple it somewhere on the wall. And so when you like first walk into the main area of the place, there's dollar bills just all over the walls, like dollar bills on top of dollar bills on top of dollar bills, like throughout this whole place. And like, just thinking of the concept of all of this, you're just like, so they do have to account for that, right? Like, they have to, you know, for taxes, or like, what if the place burns down? It's like, I'm pretty sure they have to, you know, take that into account for like inventory and stuff like that. So, I mean, luckily that's not my job, because that sounds like a pain in the butt. But it is pretty funny that there's just dollar bills everywhere, and Kelly and I ended up stapling one, and we did one for our daughter as well with her name on it, so we stapled that to the wall as well. But yeah, really cool place, like huge, like ginormous Irish place, but it was really cool, really good food. That was probably one of my favorite places to eat at. We ate at this one place called Andy D's right on Navarre Beach, basically. And they served breakfast, and their breakfast was really good. I ordered this thing called the kitchen sink, and it's basically what you expect. It's just this ginormous omelet that has everything you could ask for in like breakfast food that's in this omelet, and it was really good. We actually ate there twice for breakfast. So, but yeah, it was really nice to just kind of get out of town. I feel like anytime we've taken a vacation the last few years, it's just been kind of, I guess we'll do a staycation, or we'll go somewhere for like 2 days or something like that. And that's usually how it goes for us. It's just like we take a couple days, go, you know, I mean, it's like we go to my parents' beach house sometimes. I mean, we haven't done that in a couple of years now. But actually, yeah, we did a couple of videos when we were down at my parents' beach house where we actually did a creepy coffee and conversation. It's old videos, because we haven't done one of those videos in forever, where we just talked about some of our favorite movies while we were just down at my parents' beach house. And then we ended up going to Dusty Lamb and getting some cool stuff. It's like, you find those hidden gems in places like that. I mean, with Navarre Beach, though, everything is very, very beachy. I mean, one hidden gem I would say was there was this one restaurant we found that there was this shark, like, that was, like, its jaws was, like, coming up, and, like, you could take a picture of yourself, like, inside, like, the shark, basically. And so we got one of myself and Kelly, which you probably saw the thumbnail, that was us. Other than that, I mean, I'll just wrap it up there. I'm trying not to make this too long of a commentary. I just want to kind of focus on what we, like, at least what we saw. As far as going to Navarre Beach was a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, it was just nice to kind of get away from life for a little bit. But yeah, I'll leave the Florida vlog there. As of the time I'm recording this video, Love Bats in the Belfry has been on YouTube, at least in the next couple of days. It'll officially be 5 years on YouTube. So it's it's kind of crazy that like we're already half a decade of like making videos, because it's like I feel like we started this channel yesterday. And if you are subscribed to the channel, I appreciate you all watching, and we appreciate you all tuning in. Like, this is a channel that is just so all over the place with stuff that we do, and mostly my doing, because I have a lot of different interests. We started off this channel as just like a vlog type channel, you know, of doing like stuff that, you know, we enjoy, like, you know, among like the spooky horror Halloween type vibe. It very quickly changed though, because it was like, I love talking about movies, I love talking about, you know, spooky stuff, and so it was like combination of like vlogs and then me doing reviews, and then it ended up becoming a lot of reviews. And now at this point in our lives, now that we have started a family, we have a daughter now, it's like we try to go places a lot, but we also are like, you need to just like focus on yourselves. And a lot of times doing vlogs, it takes a lot of mental energy, at least for me, because when you're, you know, I'm not someone that, like, when I go out and do stuff, I don't like to just have my phone whipped out all the time and like taking a video or taking pictures. I know some people are naturally like that, but I kind of like to just soak up the atmosphere and live in the moment, as cheesy as that sounds. So whenever I do vlogs, it's like I have to make a conscious effort to always like have my phone out and be like recording something. So, you know, a lot of times the vlogs have kind of taken a back seat a lot of the time. And so when we're usually here between both of us working full time and, you know, still doing this channel, doing videos here and there, it's like a lot of times it's, you know, in our downtime, it's like we're watching something, or, you know, that's about it. And, you know, when you're doing vlogs, it's like, I don't want to just do vlogs of us like going to the grocery store. I don't know. I find that just kind of mundane and boring. And so when going to Florida, it was like, I'm going to enjoy myself, but, you know, here and there, I'm going to have my phone out. And, you know, most people, when they go places they don't normally go to, they're usually taking pictures of it. So I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to do a Florida vlog. But other than that, like, it's crazy. Yeah, we've been on YouTube for 5 years now, and yeah, I'm just gonna continue to make videos. I mean, this channel isn't really like a particular thing where it's like it has to be just this type of stuff, this type of content. I'm not that type of person. Like, I like a lot of variety and stuff. So, like, yeah, there was even a point where I'm just like, I don't want to just do spooky stuff. I want to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And to me, I think if you have some sort of outlet that you're doing, you should have creative freedom in that. And I fully believe in that. And I think that's what keeps people on YouTube for a long time, is just they do stuff they want to do videos about, or, yeah, stuff that they want to pursue. And so there's a lot of times where, I don't know, I see channels that are like, they've been on YouTube for a couple months and they've blown up. And then, like, I know a couple, people I've seen, it's like they've blown up and then like a year later, like, they just stopped making videos, and they don't make videos really at all anymore. And it's because they were doing like one type of video and that was it. And to me, it's like, if you can do that, like, more praise to you, but like, that's not me as a person. Like, I couldn't just do a video about Halloween. Like, I would run out of material by next week. Like, I'd be like, I don't know what the frick to talk about, you know? So, like, yeah, like, if I was just a YouTuber who talked about the Halloween series, like, the Michael Myers was on my shirt. It's like, I love Michael Myers, but I couldn't do just videos on the Halloween series. I would get so bored of that, and I would get so, like, burnt out on that. And yeah, I think that's a real thing for a lot of YouTubers. They just get burnt out on doing the same type of videos over and over again. And so to me, you know, I feel like the reason Love Bats has been up to 5 years at this point is because I'm just doing things I want to do videos about. Like, I know some people who are subscribed probably were like, why are you doing so much wrestling stuff? It's because I started getting back into wrestling in 2022, and like, I started getting really back like passionately back into it. I'm just like, I feel like I want to talk about it and make videos about it. And I did. And I'm sure people were like, what the hell, man? Like, why are you doing so much wrestling stuff? It's like, well, if I do all this wrestling stuff and then come back to making a video about a horror movie, or, talking about Halloween in 2023 or 2024, like, if I go through the wrestling stuff to get to that, like, that's what's going to keep this channel fresh to me and what's going to keep it exciting. So I know I'm probably just rambling on about things at this point, but to those who are subscribed to the channel, we're not a big channel, obviously, but to those who are subscribed, and if we've provided any sort of entertainment for you, I want to thank you very much. And, thank you all for continuing to watch us and see what our crazy antics, what crazy antics we get into here. And, that's mostly by my doing, but, yeah, I've had fun with it, and I'm going to continue to have fun. So, look forward to at least stuff on the horizon. I see at least a lot of summer type stuff coming. I did order a DVD of my summer story, and if you're not familiar with that, that was actually the kind of the official but unofficial sequel to A Christmas Story. They did that whole story, so they're like, oh, let's do something for the summertime, and they made a movie called My Summer Story, and I've heard some not so great things about it, but I was like, I'm so morbidly curious to watch that and do a review on it, so let's do it. And yeah, I got a lot of like shark type stuff coming. Like, I've been watching some shark movies. I've been wanting to do some, like, a Brett's Horror vlog on, some shark movies and such. So look out for that. And yeah, just, I hope you all will continue to tune in. I appreciate you all watching, and I'll leave it at that. So if you enjoyed this Florida vlog and me talking about, the last like 5 years in retrospect, give me a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. And if you enjoy any type of content that I mentioned in this video, please give us a subscribe. I'm not like crazy about saying that in every video, but it is well appreciated. Even just simple like thumbs up on videos and subscriptions is showing that people are enjoying our stuff. So, at the end of the day, it's like I want to satisfy myself, but if I can satisfy someone else, that's just a bonus. So I just thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in a future video. Bye.